A museum dedicated to gaming in Gloucestershire has managed to fill in a missing piece of history. Arcade Archive in Stroud now has a replica of Computer Space, the very first arcade video game ever made. The original is so expensive that 3D printers were used to make this copy.
It was the only arcade machine missing from an archive in Gloucestershire, but it costs thousands to buy at auction. So the museum in Stroud came up with an inventive idea to complete their collection. They 3D printed a replica of the video game machine. Here's Rhianna Wynell.
A museum like no other. This is an Aladdin's cave for gamers. Here you'll find all the arcade classics, including Space Invaders and Pong.
All the games you see here tell a story about arcade gaming through the decades, but until now there's been something missing. The game that kicked it all off, Computer Space.
Launched in 1971, Computer Space paved the way for the arcade games we still enjoy today. But the originals are expensive and hard to find, so the Arcade Museum now has this replica thanks to 3D printing. Working with the company Heber, they've made it as authentic as possible.
We only could use pictures to actually use as the reference models. So we used those and created a 3D model, sliced that up into parts and use our 3D print farm to print all of the sections that we could then put back together, put all the filler on, then do all the painting and the final resin, which has got a lovely glitter finish, which is like the original.
Even the sounds had to be like the original, so a biscuit tin came to the rescue.
It's the only machine in the arcade that still uses coins, so you still have to put a coin into this one to be very authentic. And as soon as you put the coin in, it goes down through the chute and ends up in a biscuit tin. And that was because they originally used an old metal tin to collect all of the coins. So we've done the same thing in a nice little biscuit tin inside there.
Now visitors can try it out for themselves, but what do they make of it?
Yeah, thumbs up.
It was really enjoyable, actually. We've got games with 3D now, better graphics, and yeah, it just really makes you think about where that all came from. And without this, none of that ever would have happened.
By having an arcade game you can't play anywhere else, fans can enjoy all the excitement and nostalgia.
The really nice thing about it being a replica is that we're not scared to let people play on it. I think we're aware of one of these in the country, and it's behind a rope, people can't touch it. So you can actually experience it here. You can get frustrated with it, which a lot of people do because it's a very frustrating game.
So gamers assemble, come and have a play if you think you're fast enough. Rhianna Wynell, BBC Points West, Stroud.